Let's talk about Sudan family and the state of the last standing hospital. Well, so we thought. The last standing hospital in Sudan has been bombed, destroyed by the RSF. Let's watch the video.
The World Health Organization says that it's received reports that more than 450 civilians have been killed in a hospital in the Sudanese city of El Fasher. The paramilitary Rapid Support Forces are being accused of the killings after capturing the city from the Sudanese army following an 18-month siege. While the army's retreat is a potential turning point in Sudan's brutal civil war, as El Fasher was their last remaining foothold in the west of the country. Now, this means that the RSF is effectively in control of the Darfur region, and there are growing claims of atrocities in El Fasher. Now, just to warn you, Jeremy Bowen's report contains distressing images.
People who managed to get out of El Fasher since it was captured by the Rapid Support Forces say that RSF fighters have been killing civilians as well as Sudanese armed forces prisoners. The UN has called this the war of atrocities committed since 2023 by both sides. Attacks on civilians, hospitals, as well as torture, rape, and executions.
I think this is the worst place on earth now. It's the biggest humanitarian emergency on earth, and it happens in the dark, really. There's been far too little attention to what's happening in Sudan.
This has been verified as a university building in Al Fasher.
Family, this tragedy is not new. The Saudi hospital has been heavily damaged over months of shelling and drone strikes. The maternity wards, surgery theaters, nurseries, and even basic utilities like water, power were repeatedly destroyed. This is beyond wickedness. The last functioning hospital in El Fasher, the only place where mothers could give birth, the only place where the wounded could survive, the only place where one could run to, the only place you are sure to get covering, is gone. That was the only functioning hospital in North Darfur. But now it's gone. It has already survived months of drone strikes, power cuts, and now the final attack, a drone airstrike, has completely destroyed the hospital. Now, this happened during the RSF takeover of the city. According to WHO, World Health Organization, nearly 500 people, patients, relatives, were killed inside the hospital. We're not just talking about people that are whole. We're talking about people on stretchers, women in labor, newborns in incubators. That's the sad thing about this whole thing. Medical staff who refused to abandon patients were also killed. Now, family, we know the power struggle between the Sudanese Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces, that's RSF, and how does these guys want to be conscripted into the army. They want to be conscripted into the Sudanese army, but the Sudanese army said no, the leadership said no, and then it's resorted to this battle, this fight for power. Now, family, the core of this dispute stems from the RSF interest in being integrated into the Sudanese army. And the Sudanese leadership said, no, we're not going to do that. And then there was back and forth. And at some point, we heard that Dubai is backing up the RSF. We know because there are evidence pointing to that. We've seen videos, we've read news on that Dubai is backing up the RSF group. And what these guys are doing is crippling the economy, ensuring that they destroy the country. You don't want to hand it over to us. You don't want to integrate us into the army. We are going to do this. And family, who is bearing the brunt of this? The civilians, the people, the citizens of Sudan. This is, well, according to UN, the United Nations, they describe this as the worst humanitarian crisis. But why are they there if they cannot end all this? And it's so funny how that our African countries, African leaders, just decide to do a thing. Their fight for power, their fight for resources, their fight for this and that, puts the people at a point where they will never recover from. People are gone. Lives have been lost. The last standing hospital, gone. Women with children, pregnant women, children in incubators, staff, patients, those who went to see their families, who went to caregivers, gone. Because of power struggle between this group and that group. Why not come to an agreement? I mean, We know there are external players in this who do not want the peace of Sudan because obviously we know of the natural resources in Sudan and how that they benefit from this, from the gold in Sudan. But if our leaders could actually see that they are being used, if they could actually sit down to see that this war doesn't benefit us, it's actually against us, and people are not in peace. But it's funny how that a human being is wicked beyond words. You just want what is for yourself. You don't care about the people. I mean, who did this to Africa? Because we can see this in virtually all communities, all African nations. Our leaders are greedy. What caused the fight? Two groups fighting for power. We want this, we don't want this. And that led to this. I mean, I know there are external players in this. This will come and that will come. These guys, foreigners, will come and that will come. They want to interfere in our fight. But as brothers, why don't we sit down, count the cost, think about how this will affect the people, and see how long this battle has been. And I'm the last standing hospital in Sudan. So what's the fate of these guys in Sudan? How would they be treated? Would they get any medical treatment? Of course it's gone. So it's a no-no, family. It's disheartening. And while some just sit down complaining of the fact that yes, the UNCs is the largest humanitarian, what have they done? Absolutely nothing. What do you have to say about this story, family? Comment your thoughts and do not forget to share, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button. My name is Lynient Akotonou. Thank you for watching.